Hi everybody, welcome back to another countdown to Atomfall video, and in this one we're going to be playing the start of the excellent Zombie Army 4, the sequel to the absolutely amazing Zombie Army trilogy. Now, Zombie Army 4 did have some kind of mixed reviews, including from myself, because it's a much more complicated game in terms of the shooting mechanics than Zombie Army Trilogy. So it's not just purely about sniping. You do an awful lot more fighting and shooting zombies with your close-up weapon and your pistol and melee. And also things like the levels are a little bit different as well. There tends to be like slightly different horde modes that again require close-up combat, and there's an awful lot of like leveling up and RPG mechanics that just make the game a lot more in-depth than Zombie Army Trilogy was, which kind of makes it a little bit more difficult to learn. But once you get into it, and I've been playing it a lot recently again, it is really cool once you get into like the skill trees and the tech trees for upgrading things, and you get all the specialist stuff working. It also looks absolutely stunning, whether you're playing on PC or console. It looks really nice. So I would highly recommend, if you haven't checked out Zombie Army 4 yet, you can definitely pick it up in the Steam sale cheap, and then and give it a go. So why am I doing these videos? Well, Atomfall is coming out at the end of the month as I'm recording this video. So Atomfall is out on the March the 27th, which is a couple of weeks away now. I'm very excited about that. And it's the latest game from Rebellion, the UK publisher, the people who own 2000 AD as well. And unusually for them, it's going to be an open world game. Now, at the moment, I've watched some gameplay of it, and I don't know. It's not completely clear yet whether it's going to be open world with like different worlds you kind of load into different areas. Imagine like saying Sniper Elite or Zombie Army Trilogy or Zombie Army 4, where you'd have different section that you kind of complete and you go into it. But the actual section itself is not linear. Like, for example, like this level here, we've got to go from up there, and we've got to get to these gates down here. But it could be more of a case of you can wander around, and then you'll get to like a loading area when then you'll transfer to another large open area. A bit like the maps like in Sniper Elite 5 and Sniper Elite Resistance and Sniper Elite 4, that kind of thing. It's never clear it's like that, or if it's going to be completely open world, like something like DayZ or something like Stalker 2. Which is completely open world, but maybe it's going to be a bit like Stalker 1, where you have kind of different sections that you're loading into. Now, the Zombie Army games are set after the Second World War. The idea is that as Hitler knew he was losing, he then relied on the occult arts and brought forward an army of the dead and various demons as well, to help him win the Second World War. And in Zombie Army Trilogy, the first 3 games, which he kind of sold as a package, you defeat Hitler. But when we get to Zombie Army 4, we discover that the Dead War is still raging on. And at the beginning of Zombie Army 4, kind of where we are now, the bases that the Allies have to fight the undead hordes are being attacked for some strange reason that they don't really know. Now, in Atomfall, it's set in the 1950s in the UK, in the northwest, near the Windscale nuclear power plant, where there was an accident in the 50s as well. And the idea is that this whole area, a massive area, has been sealed off from the outside, and you wake up not knowing who you are. I think you don't know who you are, and you've got to kind of solve the mystery of what happened. And within this exclusion zone, with zone being very similar to something like Stalker, there's all these different factions now. So you'll have military factions, you'll have rogue elements, you've got villagers, you've got the police. Ooh, I'm not doing very well, am I?
I swear these things get dumber every day. Stand aside.
And so it's going to be interesting. They've said that it's got some rather unusual mechanics in the fact that you'll be able to follow these clues. So you'll be able to find something out, maybe through a document, and that will lead you on this kind of quest to uncover something. But it could be that it actually leads nowhere. And there might be these dead ends that you go to. And I was thinking, not sure about that. But I was watching and listening to the ACG podcast, and he said that he felt a little bit, because he's got to play it already. He felt a little bit like that. But what actually happens is the fun that you have on the way of kind of working out what's going to be happening from these clues more than makes up. So I guess that's like emergent gameplay. So even though you might go down a dead end in terms of finding something out, you'll still have a lot of fun along the way. And there's lots of RPG mechanics in it as well, by the look of it. So you kind of get different weapons and different skill abilities. Which all sounds very, very cool indeed. So, yeah, I for one are very, very excited. Now, if you subscribe to Xbox Game Pass, you're going to get to play on console, and if you've got Xbox Game Pass PC or you've got Game Pass Ultimate, you'll be able to sort of play day one like that. Or I guess, I think if you actually buy the game, you can probably play it a little bit earlier. But for Can I get in there? Little skill point there. What have we got here? Don't look behind you. Uh-oh. Very good. Yeah, so really, really looking forward to it. And again, it's in first person as well, which is very unusual for Rebellion. They really love their third person stuff. What I've seen so far of the graphics as well, it looks pretty good. I mean, you can't argue that, for example, Sniper Elite 4, Zombie Army 4 looks really, really nice, if you ask me. This looks fantastic, with like the lighting and all the funny colours. In fact, I think this probably looks better than Sniper Elite 5 and the latest Sniper Elite Resistance as well. Very, very, very impressive. And I personally think maybe I was a little bit hard on Zombie Army 4 when I first sort of came across it. I think because I was probably a little bit blinkered, I think, in terms of what I was expecting. But of course, because they'd done the original trilogy of the Zombie Army games, they would have wanted something. What's this down there? I don't think I've ever done this.
It's very simple. Kill all the zombies in each round, get a perfect score, and I'll give you a prize. But shoot too many civvies, and it's game over.
I don't think I've ever done this.
Press that big shiny green button when you're ready to kick things off. Ready, steady, don't kill the civvies, and go! Oh, there's one. Go on, get him. Headshot, hot dog.
Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, there's a upgrade point there. Oh, we could use that to do something. So I kind of, although I enjoy playing through it, there was definitely some bits that were frustrating. And in fact, on these next playthroughs I'm playing through now, because one of the reasons why I'm playing through it now is because I've installed it on my Steam Deck. I'm playing on my PC now. I'm not playing on my Steam Deck. Where have I got? How do I get out of this safe room? Not through there. Is that often I would have problems with ammo management in Zombie Army 4, whereby I would be in some sort of horde mode trying to kill these really difficult enemies to kill, and I'd end up running out of ammunition and having to rely far too much on melee moves and stuff like that. But the game will have had plenty of patches since it originally came out as well, so that's going to be interesting to find out. So there we go. So Atomfall, not that far off. Looking forward to playing that really soon. And also Zombie Army 4. If you haven't checked it out already, I would definitely recommend pick it up when it's in a Steam sale or in a console sale, and you will definitely enjoy this as much as I have. Anyway, that's enough from me. What do you think? Put your questions and comments down below. Are you looking forward to Atomfall? Do you really enjoy Zombie Army 4? Or do you think the original Zombie Army trilogy is better? Or does the more complicated, newer version appeal to you and your gameplay sensibilities? That's enough from me. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.